What up, what up? Winbush here, and today I'm excited to show you guys how you can easily make something like this. Now this is a measurable wireframe that we're making in Cinema 4D. We could use any type of render engine with this. So we could use Octane, we could use Redshift, or we could even use the standard render. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, so we're gonna get started inside of Cinema 4D. I'm gonna come up and let's start with the terrain. So I'm gonna come over, make a landscape here. Then we just have a real basic landscape in here. And if I come over here where it says borders at sea level, if I turn this off, this just gives us like a fractured terrain. Maybe we don't want it as crazy. So here in the middle, maybe I bring it down to like 55, something like that. And then from here, the way that we're going to make our wireframe is with an atom array, but we will kind of want to see what our wireframe is going to look like beforehand. And so if I come over to display, come down here where it says shading lines, click on this, and we have a wireframe of our image here, and this gives us a good idea how this is going to look. So if I come over here to like width segment and depth segment, let's say if I move these down to like 50, you can see that we don't have as many segments in here, and so our wireframe is going to look accordingly. So now let's add an atom array to add like a mesh level wireframe to this that we can add a material on separately. So if I come up here to where it says array, I'm going to left click and hold, and then I'm going to come over here where it says atom array. I'm gonna click on this, and then I'm just gonna click and drag this under my atom array. And you can see that we have like a whole bunch of spheres and lines and everything in here. So we just have to come to our attributes and kind of play around with this until we find something that we like. So if I click on atom array, I have my attributes window here. And if I click on, let's say spheres, and let's maybe make this 1. And then maybe actually let's make this like 0.5. So you can see that these are correlating exactly together, but for my cylinder radius, if I move this up to like 5, you can see that it's not going. So our cylinder radius can't be bigger than our sphere radius, but our sphere radius can be bigger. So if I make this 5, you can see that we have some spheres in here, and we also have our lines. So that's just something to keep into account too. But if we don't want to see the spheres, we just have to make these two correlate with each other. So if I click on 0.5, now we just have a wireframe mesh in here that we can add a material to, or do anything that we want. And you notice that we don't have our terrain under here anymore. So it's as easy as clicking on our original terrain, hold down the left control on our keyboard, click and drag, and now we have our terrain underneath our wireframe. So let's say if I wanted to like texture this up, and maybe let's make this blue. So I'll make our terrain blue. And then maybe for this, we make it like a purple. We do like a synthwave look or something. So I'm going to click on purple there. Actually, instead of that, let's make it hot. So come down, turn off the reflectance, turn off the colors, and let's make it a purple luminance so we get that nice glow in there. So something like that. Then I'm going to click and drag it onto my atom array, something like that. Then if I click render, there we go. So now we have a wireframe on top of our terrain, and we can use this with any type of render engine. So if you want to use Redshift, for instance, you're perfectly able to do that. So if I come and make like a Redshift material, something like this, and then come down here, let's maybe make this one blue, something like that. So I'm just going to keep it all basic there, click and drag that there. Then come over to my Redshift materials again and come down to incandescent, so I can make this a hot neon color. So let's say I want to make this one, there we go, illumination. And again, maybe let's make this one purplish, somewhere around there. So now we have a purple color. I can bring up my intensity a little bit, maybe like 3. And then click and drag this onto here. And then come to my render settings, make sure I have Redshift selected, which I do. So if I come over to Redshift viewport, click on play, and there we go. And this will go the same with if you're using like Octane or URender or V-Ray, any type of third-party render engine, or even just the simple Cinema 4D engines, like the physical and things of that nature. This is all a mesh, and so no matter what material is on it, it's going to work with your setup. So hopefully this helped you guys out. As you can see below, I have a merch channel, and if you look in the description, I have a whole bunch of affiliate links too, which I can save you some percentage on different softwares and things of that nature. So make sure you check down below. You might catch a good deal on something that you're looking for. And if this helped you out, make sure you leave me a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And until next time, stay fresh, keep creating, and I'll catch you in the next video. I see you guys soon. Take care.